Did you get your special Boosteroid subscription? Now is a great time to get it to play Black Ops 6 with unlimited playtime on Boosteroid, and we're going all in to see if it's worth it to play it on the platform. Let's dive in.
Me too. Whoa!
The lead is ours.
Have you come here to see if Black Ops 6 has the same problems GeForce Now has loading and saving the game? I'm here to tell you that I've had zero issues loading the game or saving your campaign progress across any platform you play on. And speaking of the platform you play on, Boosteroid supports all three PC versions of the game: Steam, Battle.net, and the Xbox PC version, which can be accessed with your Game Pass account if you have one. What's weird though is that this version is still in the install section, meaning that Microsoft hasn't officially approved this version on their platform like the other versions. I find that odd. Now once I get into the game, shaders are a thing. They take about 5 minutes or so every time you load the game. That can be a hindrance to some. It's not as bad as it used to be though, especially if you remember those old Modern Warfare 2019 days. Ooh. Now of course I ran the benchmark at 4K with the default settings, Extreme with scaling set to native. Now I don't know where AMD frame generation is on these settings, which is another thing I found odd. I hit a frame rate below 120 on average. Feel free to turn scaling on to your liking to hit a frame rate around 120 or so. Now what about 1080p? Well, with the same settings, get ready to join the over 200 FPS gang. It's too bad Boosteroid only supports an FPS stream up to 120. Now I first started my gameplay on the PC app, and I do have to say the game looks great. But can you be competitive in multiplayer? This is where things kinda go sour, at least on the app. My latency on the platform is under 30 on average, which is pretty good. The input latency on the app is a bit more pronounced than, let's say, the GeForce Now app. The video streaming smoothness is less than GeForce Now as well. Now I hate making that comparison because I like to rate platforms on their own merit, but it is what it is. Plus, players are dying to know if Boosteroid is a solid alternative since GeForce Now is going to have monthly playtime caps. Now my latency on both platforms are almost exactly the same, but the slight additional latency Boosteroid gives me is noticeable. And yes, it has prevented me from performing at my best. Granted, I did have my good games, but I'm not gonna say that I was at my optimal. Now because of this, I wanted to see if I had similar issues on their web app. And I have to say that the input lag seemed to be a bit better, at least for me. I have also noticed that the video quality looks a bit fuzzier than the desktop app, but the response time was a bit better. Now side point, I also noticed that the sweats were way worse on my Xbox account. Like the sweats were real. Now I don't know if this had anything to do with the problems I was having with the desktop app initially, but I was not happy with these scores. So I tried with my Battle.net account on the browser. Oh my god, are PC players worse? My Battle.net record is pretty similar to my Xbox account record. Maybe I just got lucky, but it was like I flipped a switch. The games were so much better. It could just be me. I know most of you don't have several versions of the game, but I just thought I would let you know my experience. Overall, is Boosteroid a good way to play Black Ops 6? It does run well, but you won't be at 100% competitive performance. Their streamer to decode a nice smooth 4K video needs work. Now here's the thing, I've told the Boosteroid team about this issue, and they have said that it is their top priority. Now for those looking for Warzone footage, we have our most recent win here, along with the GeForce Now Ultimate tier for comparison. Also, if you're looking to get started with Boosteroid, the link is in the description. So if you like this overview of Black Ops 6 on Boosteroid Ultra, give us a like. Also make sure to join as a member of the channel or join our Patreon and our Discord links below. And above all else, make sure to subscribe to keep it locked right here at the only place where you do battle in gaming heaven, Cloud Gaming Battle.